What's up guys, it's Masked Up Swede. Right now I'm checking out another UK drill plug video. This one is the Deadly Divide in South London. 417 versus 37. So yeah, I know 37, that's Burner and Say So, Schemer, Scorbisi. I think it's those guys. Oh well, I know it's those guys. 417 I don't know a lot about, to be honest. Probably because they're not very big in the music or the stuff. So, but yeah, let's see what this one's saying, man. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the way to 2K subs. Let's go.
Borough located in southwest London. From an outside
Hold on.
Wandsworth is a borough located in southwest London. From an outside look-in, Wandsworth looks like a safe borough.
Looks like decent buildings, or well, these buildings look pretty nice, I would say.
With it even being ranked within the top 10 safest boroughs in London.
Hmm.
However, what a lot of people aren't aware of is the violent war between two opposing gangs in the area, those being 417 and 37.
But that could also be that it's a very big area, so... But yeah, I don't know, man.
In recent years...
Okay, hold on. 37, so they're a bit spread out. Roehampton, Southfields, Block 10. Then there's 417 over there. Okay.
we would see the rise of 417 and 37 in drill, with rappers like D-Rose, Sniz, and SK rap.
So these are guys from 417. Yeah, I don't know who these guys are, to be honest, man. I might have heard Sniz. I don't know why I recognize that name, but...
rapping under the 417 gang, and on the other side, Burner, Scorbisi, and Schemer rapping under the 37 gang. Now, 417 is a large street gang based around Tooting on several different estates. This
yeah, Tooting, I've heard that.
Includes the Hazelhurst Estate and Tooting Grove Estate. Within the SW17 postcode, 417 would form in the early 2000s and would be referred to as TBG, or Tooting Black Gang. Later on in the 2000s, they would start referring to themselves as TTS, or Tooting Trap Stars. TTS would mainly beef nearby SUK, or better referred to as 37 nowadays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so OJB is up there, Battersea. That's probably the part I know about.
TTS would mainly be allied with nearby TZ or Terror Zone, which has become better known as Mitcham in recent years.
Oh, okay.
During the late 2010s, TTS would start referring to themselves as 417, due to their postcode being SW17, and due to their close alliance with nearby CR4 from Mitcham. Now, no gang is complete without its ops, so let's talk about 37. Now, 37 is a gang based within the borough of Wandsworth. The gang isn't based around one particular area, but instead it's spread throughout Wandsworth. 37 is based around the areas of Battersea, Clapham Junction, Roehampton, and
Also, Clapham Junction is Block 10.
Southfield. These areas cover the SW15, SW11, SW18, and SW19 postcodes. 37 would originally be referred to as Junction Boys in the 1990s. They even had a rivalry with Peckham Boys around these times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
However, in the early 2000s, a younger generation of Junction Boys named SUK, or Stick 'em Up Kids, would emerge due to the older Junction Boys name dying out. SUK would often rep the color yellow in gang pictures and music videos, which they still do today. In the mid-2010s, SUK would start referring to themselves as 37, with it being alleged they named themselves this due to the bus that goes through each area of the gang, being named the 37 bus.
Oh.
Now, these two gangs wouldn't always have a rivalry. In the early 2000s, there was a brief period of time where TTS, SUK, and TZ were all allied under an alliance referred to as SNT, or Stack and Trap. However, this would all change. Whilst it's largely unknown how the beef between these gangs started, it's largely speculated that in 2003, a girl that was dating a SUK member would then cheat on him with a Mitcham member. However, this can't be proven, so if you do know any more, put
Yeah, if that's why they beef, that's mad, man.
it in the comments. Anyways, after this incident, the two areas would start to have tensions with each other. It's very common to see two gangs start to beef over small incidents like girls and money. TZ would ally.
Yeah, it starts like that, then somebody gets hurt, and then it just spirals, man. Crazy.
With TTS, and they would start to beef SUK. However, the beef wouldn't be that active until 2006. In November 2006, members of SUK, including Fruge, would be held up and robbed by TTS and TZ members. A fight would break out between the members. However, luckily, no one was injured. Now, the SUK members would be looking for retaliation for this incident, and the next day, 14 SUK members, including Fruge, would travel to Mitcham, which was territory of TTS and TZ. They would spot a group of TTS and TZ members, and a fight would ensue. A huge brawl would occur with 60 members being present.
60 members. That's a big fight, man.
Sadly, Fruge would end up being stabbed multiple times by TTS and TZ members. He would be pronounced dead on the scene.
R.I.P., man.
With all of the members involved fleeing. 5 of the members would be arrested and charged with the murder. A TTS member would be handed 12 years for the murder, and the other 4 members would also be found guilty, however were given small sentences. Rest in peace, Fruge. Now, the death of Fruge would explode the beef into a full-on war, with robberies, stabbings, and shootings taking place between the gangs during this time. Over 2 years later, on the 3rd of November 2008, a TTS member named ND, or Nathan Douglas, would be parked with friends on Lebanon Road. However, ND would leave the car to go meet someone down the road at 11:30 p.m. Only moments later, ND would return to his friends with a stab wound to the neck. His friends would make an attempt to get help from emergency services. However, ND would be pronounced dead on the scene.
R.I.P., man.
A murder investigation was launched initially. 2 people had been arrested for this incident. However, no charges were brought to them. And even up till this day, the murder goes unsolved. However, it's largely speculated that SUK members were responsible for this murder. However, until someone has been charged for the murder, this can't be proven. Rest in peace, ND. The beef would be active after this murder, with tit-for-tat incidents playing out in the streets. In 2012, younger members of SUK would start to rap under the SUK.
This is where the guys that I know of probably started showing up. Psycho, that's obviously Say So.
Name. These music videos would be full of yellow bandanas and rude bars, with a younger rapper named Scorebeezy starting to rap around these times. Scorebeezy would drop a song around this time, with another Beezy starting to rap around these times. Scorebeezy.
Yeah, that was Burner as well next to him.
He would drop a song around this time with another SUK member named Veli. However, sadly, Veli would be shot to death 2 months prior to the song dropping, with the murder still being unsolved.
R.I.P., man.
Up until this day. Rest in peace, Veli. Scorebeezy would be very active around the early 2010s, with his music videos gaining a lot of traction in the underground drill
Yes, Gamer was big back then as well, from what I can remember.
scene. Scorebeezy has had a very successful rap career, with his early and recent songs gaining millions of views. TTS would also be rapping in 2013, with them dropping a few freestyles on YouTube. However, these songs didn't gain much success, and a lot of them have since been deleted off the platform. Not much is known about the beef during the early 2010s. However, the beef would explode with a new generation of each gang emerging, with TTS starting to refer to themselves as 417 and SUK starting to call themselves 37 around this time. In 2016, younger members of each gang would start to get active in the streets, and these members would prove to be deadly. On the 18th of April 2016, a 20-year-old member of 417 named Pace would be dropped off onto a road in Tooting. Pace would be planning to meet up with friends that evening. At around 3:30 p.m., Pace would be walking to meet up with his friends when a member of 37 would spot him. An argument would ensue between the 2 members. This sadly resulted in Pace being stabbed multiple times in the chest by the 37 member. Pace would stagger onto Thrale Road, where people would try and save him. However, their attempts to save his life would sadly not work, and he would be pronounced dead on the scene, with a murder investigation being launched.
R.I.P., man.
A popular member of 37 named Burner would be arrested for this murder and
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
would be facing a murder charge. However, he would bust the case due to insufficient evidence. After the death of Pace, 417 would start referring to themselves as other names. This included Ugly and Pace World. This was in order to pay respects to their fallen friend. It was around 2016.
Why ugly? Surely that's like an abbreviation for something. No way they just call themselves ugly.
Included Ugly and Pace World. This was in order to pay respects to their fallen friend. It was around 2016, after the death of Pace, that we would start to see 417 dropping songs. This included SK and D-Rose, who would start dropping songs in September 2016, with the songs being marked with the title Pace's World. Rest in peace, Pace. After the death of Pace, 417 members would be looking for revenge in any way they could, with members from both gangs often getting into stabbings or shootouts, resulting in members being injured critically. Just under a year later, in March 2017, Force 17 would find the retaliation they were looking for. On the 28th of March 2017, Force 17 members would use a stolen Nissan Micra and ride onto their op block in the search of any 37 members. An alleged affiliate of 37 named Mally would be walking home after spending the evening at his friend's house. The 417 members would spot Mally, and 3 of them would jump out of the car and run up to Mally, where a fight would ensue. This resulted in Mally being stabbed multiple times. The 417 members would then get back in the car and flee the scene. Police and paramedics would be called to the scene at 1:10 a.m. However, despite their best attempts to save Mally, he would be pronounced dead only 40 minutes later, with the cause
Yeah, R.I.P. once again, man.
of death being a stab wound to the heart. Now, it originally took a few months for police to connect the people responsible to the crime scene. However, months later, 3 417 members would be charged and found guilty for playing a role in the murder, with them being charged for perverting the course of justice. This meant they destroyed evidence which would link them to the crime. Rest in peace, Mally. 417 wouldn't stop there, and under a month later, another op would fall victim to the violence.
Less than a month later, that's crazy.
On the 25th of April 2017, another alleged affiliate of 37 named Lil Mo, who was only 17 years old, would be cycling through Battersea just after midnight. What Lil Mo didn't know was that 417 members and M-Town members, who were from nearby Mitcham, would be looking for ops. The members would spot Lil Mo and would drive into Lil Mo, knocking him to the ground. The gang then jumped out of the car and stabbed Lil Mo multiple times. The members would flee, pretty much leaving Lil Mo for dead. Ambulances would arrive on the scene. However, sadly, Lil Mo would be pronounced dead 90
R.I.P. man.
minutes later. A murder investigation would be launched following this, and would result in all 4 of the members, including a 417 member named Suspect, being charged in relation to the murder. He would be handed a 27-year sentence. Now, it's not known if Lil Mo was involved with 37, with a lot of people arguing he was affiliated, and others arguing he wasn't. Rest in peace, Lil Mo. Around these times, Stryker from Active Gang would even start repping 417, as his half
Oh.
brother is allegedly suspect from 417.
Oh, okay.
Who we just spoke about. 417 and nearby Mitcham would start to drop more songs in 2017, as drill as a genre was starting to be heavily popularized throughout London at this time. Mitcham members like SG and M Bunny would start to see a lot of success during this time, with their songs raking in hundreds of thousands of views. The gang beef between 417 and 37 would still be active after the death of Lil Mo, with a 37 member named BS even being shot in the head by 417 members around this time. Luckily, he would survive. However, this incident is often referred to on recent 417 songs. In 2018, 37 would start to see their first bit of musical success, with a younger member named Burner starting to drop songs frequently. Burner is actually the cousin of popular rapper M24 from 150, with them even linking up multiple times on songs to
Yeah, I remember that coldest link up when that dropped. That was cold, man. Yeah. Also, if somebody knows, let me know in the comments when Burner's out, man. Because I have no idea.
drop UK drill bangers. Burner would drop a song called Mad Moves in May 2018, which would rake up millions of views, and currently sits on 2.6 million views. Later in December, Burner would feature on a massive link-up named The Coldest Link-Up. This song would blow, and currently sits on 6.9 million views. It started to look like Burner could solidify himself in the drill scene. However, Burner wasn't the only one from 37 starting to blow. Another rapper named Schemer would also blow up during
Yeah, Schemer was cold, man. Or he is cold, but I haven't heard any music from him in a long time.
this time, with him dropping UK drill bangers like Toast Up and Red or Blue.
Yeah, I think Toast Up's the one I'm thinking about. That was cold, man.
2018 would end, and 2019 would begin. In March 2019, Burner would drop a song named Maddest of Maddest. This song would instantly gain
That's where he did the remix with a bunch of rappers later as well, right?
success, with it currently sitting on 2.5 million views. It was looking good for 37, with them starting to gain success in the drill scene, and whilst they were blowing up, another person would sadly fall victim to the streets. On the 14th of June 2019, a younger member from 37 named Stomps, who was also affiliated with nearby CT or Claptown, who beef gangs like 6-7, LTH and Sirac, would be walking.
Yeah, because he was in that other video as well, right? Those 6-7 and 150 video, I think.
Walking down Deeside Road in Wandsworth, when a 6'7" member named Giant would spot Stomps. A fight would ensue between the members. However, sadly, this would end in Stomps being stabbed multiple times by Giant. Giant would flee the scene, leaving Stomps in critical condition. Ambulances would arrive on the scene moments later. However, despite their best efforts at saving Stomps, he would sadly be pronounced dead.
R.I.P. man.
Only a short time later. A murder investigation would be launched following this, with it only taking 6 days for police to attach Giant to the crime. However, it has been alleged 417 members were present, although this can't be confirmed. Giant would be found guilty and charged for the murder. In 2020, Giant would receive a life sentence with a minimum of 25 years. Rest in peace, Stomps. After the murder of Stomps, younger 6'7" members would start to drop disrespectful songs on him. However, I go a lot more in depth in my 6'7" verse 150
Yeah, I thought so.
video. Anyways, 417 wouldn't really drop music around this time, with 417 being one of the most inconsistent groups in UK drill. However, 2020 would be a very dangerous year for the feud, with 417 and Mitchum looking for any chance to catch their ops. On the 27th of January 2020, a 16-year-old member of 37 named Els would be standing outside of East Croydon Station. However, what Els was unaware of was the fact that a 417 member named Kins would spot him at the train station. Kins would approach Els and a fight would break out between the members. Kins would draw a knife during the fight and would stab Els once in the chest, leaving Els in critical condition. Kins would flee the scene. However, sadly, Els would be pronounced dead on the scene, meaning
R.I.P. to another one, man.
another murder investigation would be launched. It took a few days for police to find Kins, with them identifying him through CCTV videos of him dancing and singing in a shop shortly after the murder.
What the hell?
Kins would be charged and found guilty of the murder, and in September 2020, he would be sentenced to a minimum of 16 years in prison. Rest in peace, Els. After the murder of Els, Burner would continue to build up his music career. However, this would all change only months later. In June 2020, Burner would upload pictures of him holding over £100,000 in cash on
That picture, I remember that, man. I think everybody's seen that picture.
Instagram. Police would start to look into Burner, with the police raiding Burner's home. They would find the 100
They took him, didn't they catch him or with like when they busted the encroach and all of that stuff? I think so.
£100,000 in cash, 2 watches, a machete, and jewelry at the scene. Burner, along with 5 other people, were arrested and would be facing serious drug charges. Burner would be sentenced to 12 years in prison. However,
We got 12. Damn, that's a lot, man.
it's likely he will only do half, meaning he will most likely be home soon.
Oh, well. He should be out in a couple years then.
The beef would continue to play out whilst Burner was in jail. Later in 2020, an alleged 37-member named Big Els was even burned to death. The attackers were allegedly M-Town members. However, this hasn't been confirmed.
Burned to death?
Els was even burned to death. The attackers were allegedly
Found on fire. Damn.
M-Town members. However, this hasn't been confirmed, and it may even be an unrelated incident. Rest in peace, Big Els.
Yeah, R.I.P., man.
However, since 2020, no major acts of violence would play out between the gangs, although stabbings and shootings still do occur regularly. In 2022, 417 would release a song named Ugly Cypher 2.0. This is widely regarded as one of the rudest drill songs, with 417 naming all of their dead ops.
That's crazy, man.
It looked as if 417 could come back to drill. However, we haven't seen any music from them since 2022. This is probably due to all of their members being in jail, with the members being free, most likely focusing on money and not music. 37 have also been somewhat active in the music scene, with rappers like Scorebeezy, Jigga, and Schemer dropping in 2022. However, they haven't kept much consistency, and 37 are regarded as a pretty inconsistent
Is Say So in jail as well, or is he out? I don't know, man.
group within the drill scene. Like 417, 37 have a lot of rappers incarcerated at the moment, and a lot of the younger generation mostly focus on money. If this video highlights one thing, it should be that this road life isn't worth it. A lot of the time there are only 2 outcomes, those being jail or death. A lot of these people in this video have lost friends to either jail or violence. This just further proves that the road life isn't worth living. Rest in peace, everyone.
Yeah, definitely, man. And like he said as well, R.I.P. to all the guys mentioned in the video, man. It's sad to see how many people have lost their lives in these beefs, man. Crazy. And still people want to get into that life. Yeah, it don't make sense, man. But yeah, big up UK Drill Plug for the video once again. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.